Hello everyone, today we shall discuss about reflection of light. That is chapter 7, reflection of light. When any light ray coming from a source that will strike a surface, that surface may be opaque or may be shining surface or smooth surface, and after hitting the surface some portion of the light ray will return into the same medium, and that portion which will return into the same medium, that portion is called reflected ray. Here this is the incident ray, that light ray that coming from the source and that strikes the surface, that is called incident ray. And after striking some portion, this is the portion of the ray that will get back into the same medium, so this is called reflected ray. Now if the surface is opaque surface, then the incident ray some portion will be absorbed and some portion will be reflected. For opaque surface, maximum portion will be absorbed, only small portion will be reflected, whereas for shining surface like mirror, after hitting the surface maximum portion will be reflected, whereas very small portion of the light ray will be absorbed. So for mirror or any shining surface the reflection is important, whereas for opaque surface the reflection is not very much important. Now due to these reflected rays, when these reflected rays come to our eye, then we can see any object. So to see any object, the reflected rays are very much important, they play the major role. Now reflection may be of two types, one is regular and the another is irregular reflection. Regular reflection, this is a beam of rays and this beam of parallel rays. All the rays are here parallel. When these parallel rays, beam of parallel rays strike surface, that surface is smooth surface. After striking we get the reflected rays, and here the beam of reflected rays which are also parallel with each other. Then this type of reflection is called regular reflection, that is incident rays will be parallel, whereas reflected rays are also parallel, and this reflection takes place from shining or smooth surface. This surface should be smooth. Then then the reflected rays will fall only over a certain portion. So for regular reflection we can see the image formed after reflection, or we can see the object only from one direction, because these rays are falling only over small area. So from a particular direction where the reflected rays are falling, from that direction only we can see the image after regular reflection. For example, reflection on a mirror, as mirror is smooth surface, so reflection on a mirror, the image is formed and we can see the image not from the all direction, only from a particular direction we can see the image. So this is the example of regular reflection. Irregular reflection, when the beam of parallel rays fall on a rough surface, this is rough surface, after reflection the reflected rays will not be further parallel with each other, so the reflected rays will fall over a large region. Then from any direction we can see the object. For example, reflection on wall of a room or reflection from the plane of paper, then we can see the when the sun rays reflected from the wall, then we can see maximum portion of the room, because the light rays are reflected rays are not parallel with each other, so from any side we can see the object. Now there are different terms related to the reflection. So the light ray coming from the source and falls on the surface, that is called incident ray. After striking the ray, the portion of the ray which will return into the same medium, that is called reflected ray. This is incident ray given by this arrow. This is reflected ray that goes out, so this arrow is given here. And if a perpendicular is drawn on the surface at that point where the incident ray and reflected ray meet the surface, that is called normal. And the point where the incident ray, reflected ray and the normal meet the point on the surface, that is called point of incidence. And the angle between the incident ray and the normal, that is called angle of incidence given by small I. The angle between the reflected ray and the normal, that is called angle of reflection given by small r. And the plane containing the incident ray and the normal, the plane, that is called plane of incidence. And the plane containing the normal and the reflected ray, that is this plane, this is called plane of reflection. Now laws of reflection, there are two laws. One is the incident angle. Angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection, that is I is always equal to R. If say a light ray coming or striking the surface and the light ray is coming in perpendicular position, that is the light ray making the angle with the normal 0 degree. So light ray coming vertically on the surface, and after hitting the surface, the reflected ray, as we know the angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection, so the angle of reflection will be also 0 degree. So after hitting the surface, the reflected ray will also go back in the same path. So light ray here coming vertically, also the reflected ray will go back vertically. And the second law is the incident ray OA, the reflected ray OB and the normal OC, that will be in same plane at the point of incidence, that is at this point the three that is the incident ray, reflected ray and the normal, that will be in the same plane, that is on the plane of paper. So these are the two laws of reflection. Now after reflection the image is formed. The image may be of two types, one is real image, another one is virtual image. When the light rays are coming from a object, say this is a object and this is a point object, and for reflection we have to, here many light rays are coming from this object, but for reflection we have to take at least two light rays. So two light rays are coming from this object and fall on the concave, this is a concave type mirror, fall on this mirror. After striking this mirror, there will be reflection of the light rays and the reflected light rays will intersect at this point. So at the point of intersection of the reflected light rays, the image is formed. This image is called real image because this image can be formed on a screen, and this image you will get, this is inverted image, that is the image formed that is inverted to the object. And this type of image is formed when the light ray falls on the concave mirror. Whereas another is virtual image. Virtual image is formed when from object the light rays are coming here, and after reflection the light rays will not intersect each other, whereas the reflected rays will diverge from each other. They will never intersect each other. But if we extrapolate the reflected rays in the backward direction, this is the extrapolation of these light rays, then extrapolated light rays will meet at a point in backward direction. that this point, at this point they will meet. So at this point the image is formed, as this intersecting point is obtained by the extrapolation of the reflected rays. So this image is called virtual image. This image is not real, this cannot be formed on a screen, and this image will be also formed in upright position or in erect position. And if you see the position of the image, you will observe that if you draw a normal from the image on the mirror, that is the O dash n, this distance of O dash n will be equal to the ON. ON is the normal drawn from the object on the mirror, that is ON is equal to O dash n. That is, the distance of the object from the mirror will be equal to the distance of the image from the mirror. And here the object is present in front of the mirror, while the image is formed at the back side of the mirror, that is behind the mirror, but the distance of object and image remains same from the mirror. And this type of virtual image is formed when reflection takes place on plane mirror or on convex type mirror. Now the distance, that is the distance of image from mirror, will be equal to the distance of image from mirror will be equal to the distance of object from mirror, that is OF is equal to IF. That can be proved. Here the angle of incidence, that is OAN, that is equal to the angle of reflection BAN. Again OAN, this angle is equal to this angle, because these two are alternate angle, you know from geometry. So OAN is equal to AOF, this angle. Again BAN, this angle is equal to this angle, because these two are corresponding angles. BAN is equal to AIF. So OAN is equal to BAN, so we can write AOF angle is equal to AIF. AOF, that is this angle, is equal to this angle. Now also this angle AFO, this angle 90 degree, that is equal to AFI 90 degree. So now if we take the two triangles, OFA triangle and IFA triangle, this triangle, for these two triangles there are two angles, those are same, and there is one side common. So these two triangles are called congruent triangle. And we know for congruent triangles the sides will be equal. So here we can say that OF, that is equal to FI, that is proved. Now characteristics of images formed from a plane mirror. When image formed by the reflection from a plane mirror, the image will be always in upright position, or the image will be always erect. The image will be always virtual, the image formed that is not real. The image will have always same size with the object. And the last one is laterally inverted. Image will be laterally inverted. Laterally inverted means the left side will be, left and right side of the object will interchange. For example, say this is the letter P. This is the alphabet P, and after reflection through a mirror, this is a mirror, there the image is formed of P. This image, this is virtual image, this image cannot be formed on a screen, and this image you can see in upright position, the P object and the image has same size, whereas this P, this is laterally inverted. You can see this is in right side, whereas this is in left side. So left right conversion is here, so we get laterally inverted image. Similarly, for F letter, the image is like this. It is also laterally inverted. Now say here an object present in front of a mirror and the distance of the object from mirror is 5 meter. So the image will be formed also from 5 meter from the mirror, and image will be formed behind the mirror. So initial separation between the image and the object is 10 meter, and here the object is shifted 10 meter from the mirror, shifted away from the 10 meter. That is, initially the distance of mirror from object was 5 meter, and after shifting the distance becomes 15 meter. So here the image will be formed. This is the new image and this is the new position of the object. So the new image that will be also formed at a distance 15 meter from mirror. So final the distance between the mirror and the image and the object, that is 30 meter. So separation initially was 10 meter, the new after shifting the separation becomes 30 meter. So increment in separation, that is 20 meter, but the object was shifted 10 meter. So by shifting 10 meter, the separation between the image and the object, that is increases 20 meter. So we can generalize it. If we shift any object by distance d, then the separation between the object and image will increase or decrease by 2d. If we shift the object away from the mirror, then the separation will increase by 2d. If we shift the image towards the mirror, then the separation between the image and the object will decrease by 2d. So from here different numericals can be given. Thank you.